This video contains or may contain spoilers for Hollow Knight. The main protagonist of Hollow Knight is never given a name or gender. This has made some wonder how to refer to the character. As for name or title, they usually call this character the Knight, like Team Cherry does, or Little Ghost, like Hornet does. But what about pronouns? Are there any correct or incorrect ones to use? I'll be going over my thoughts on the subject in this video. We do have an official developer's note which reads, "The Hollow Knights have no gender, Hollow Knights referring to the vessels in general." There's also a note which calls for removal of any reference to the knight as male, since the knight is meant to be genderless. Despite this, however, some fans mistakenly refer to the knight as he. Most NPCs in the game refer to the knight as it, including the knight's own mother. The Hollow Knight Wikia uses they, them. So who's right? I don't think that the knight should be referred to as he, him. Doing so is not true to canon, and assigns the knight a gender identity when there is meant to be none. It completely makes sense with the lore that the knight, intended to be a hollow, voiceless vessel and nothing more, would not be male or female. The void itself, an important part of the knight, has no gender after all. The vessels are life forms that would not exist naturally. The way they came to be was artificially engineered. Obviously, they aren't completely hollow, as was first believed, and are capable of thought and feeling, but that doesn't mean they have a binary gender. Besides, there's a reason why Hornet is called the gendered child, because she is the only one of the Pale King's children to have a gender since she was born naturally and does not have void as a part of her. Calling the knight it is not inaccurate, although some, including myself, tend to shy away from this because it seemingly objectifies the knight, as if speaking of something inanimate. Another entirely accurate set of pronouns is they/them. After all, one character in the game, that being Bretta, refers to the knight with they/them pronouns in her White Savior stories, and I think she has the right idea, at least about the pronouns, that is. By the way, it's okay if you've previously referred to the knight with he, him pronouns before you knew any better, or if you've done it by mistake. Even Team Cherry have. To some, this may not seem like a big deal. Who cares? It's just a fictional character, right? Well, you have to remember that issues of gender, pronouns, and identity affect real people. I've seen plenty of examples of genderqueer members of the Hollow Knight community identifying with the knight and the vessels, seeing themselves as represented and validated. And it's not like the knight is the only example of a genderless protagonist. Just look at Frisk from Undertale and Chris from Deltarune, and I'm sure plenty others. And for the record, if a character is not canonically male or female, that doesn't mean you decide whether they're male or female, it means they're non-binary. Referring to a non-binary or genderless character as male or female misgenders and misrepresents the character, but it can also make real people feel invalidated. It's really quite simple to call the knight either it or they and stray away from using he. It's equally easy to refer to real people by their preferred pronouns too. And if you're the kind of person who doesn't care to respect other human beings in such a way, well, I formally invite you to stop engaging with my content. I just wanted to make this video to clear something up for the Hollow Knight community. Please consider giving it a like, sharing it, subscribing to my channel, and checking out my other content. I hope you're doing okay, and I'll see you next time.